Hello, fellow fan geeks. It's your fangirl Tally, and today we're jumping right back into our Elden Rings ending series and the Try Not to Cry by VaatiVidya. I know I am butchering that, guys. I'm so sorry. This time we are doing the Alexander ending, which he's actually, I remember him. I remember watching my husband play, and when Editor Hobby was playing, Alexander would come on and he'd like tap me and be like, "It's Alexander, it's Alexander." So I'd take my headphones off and stop writing or playing, whatever I was doing, and I'd listen or I'd watch that scene, and so I've got the tissue ready. I'm like I know this one's gonna be a little harder for me, so wish me luck, guys. Let's do this.
The jars are kindly folk, brought to life by human flesh and blood, which can be stored safely within. We can't be sure why they were created. However, the Erd tree is imprinted upon their wax seals, and there are empty jars at the bases of many minor Erd trees. Perhaps they once transported bodies here for burial? At any rate, their purpose has long been lost since the Shattering. And now they live in fear, for there are those who would pay a high price for the shard of a living jar.
What?
One's choice of armor says a lot about them. Maybe it's the armor of a nameless vagabond, or the armor of one to whom family is everything. For Diallos, this armor was passed down to him, and many expectations came with it.
Ah, hello. You must be new here. Well, just call me Diallos. The honor of one's house holds little import in these lands. By the way, have you met a young woman named Lanya on your travels? She's my servant, but fickle as the wind. Take your eyes off her for but a moment and she's good as gone. If you find her, please be sure to tell me.
So, I guess she's supposed to be the maiden? Or is
Lanya,
he supposed to be the maiden?
it's me, Diallos. Answer me, would you?
I don't get it.
Hello, friend. Tell me if you know, would you? The whereabouts of the hidden house of those despicable fiends. The recusants who hunt their fellow tarnished. They laid hands upon my servant Lanya, and I refused to let the insult stand. The tale of House Hoslow is told in blood. I, Diallos, swear to deliver the message.
Okay.
Lanya was a tarnished servant of House Hoslow, and a companion of Diallos since childhood. So, she might have known better than anyone that Diallos was all talk and no action.
Ah, one of those.
The recusants are tarnished who have turned their backs on grace and the Erd tree. Such blasphemy leads them to hunt fellow tarnished to foil the efforts of those guided by grace. This recusant's name is Henricus, a night killer who would have crushed Diallos, but he makes the mistake of invading you.
Aha. Of invading you? Okay, we have Hawks.
Can you hear me?
Alexander.
Hello? Hello?
He's stuck in a hole.
My stars. I'm so happy to see you. And as you can see, I'm stuck here. Please, can you help me out of this? My thanks. 1,000 thanks. Just give me a good smack from the rear with something nice and big. And I'll pop clean out, I'm sure. Don't dally. There's no need to fret. I'm very well trained. Give it your all, I say. Ouch! A little more gently. Ah! Well played, good sir. Well played.
Lovely.
Ah.
Just lovely.
Aye, thank you. Once again, the pleasure is mine. I am the warrior Jar known as Alexander.
Warrior
Iron
Jar.
Fist Alexander, in fact.
Iron
I
Fist.
journey to the east, where I intend to further my education in the ways of war. And beyond these lands lie the scarlet, rot-blighted Kaled wilds. And upon their southern edge is Redmane Castle, in which a festival of combat is being held. I'd heard whispers of such festivities before. Doesn't the notion set your breast aflutter?
Scarlet Rot. That doesn't sound like something you want to mess with.
You came. How delightful. Indeed, I thought I might find you here. By the by, do you know for whom this festival is being held? Well, it is none other than General Radahn himself. To think, I could face a great champion of the Shattering, a demigod in the flesh. Oh, gosh. In truth, I quiver at the thought. Such is his frightful repute. But the fear simply assures me the ordeal is worth undertaking. Be sure to get a good vantage, my friend. I, Iron Fist Alexander, do hereby vow to unflinchingly brave this ordeal.
General Radahn is cursed ever to wander, eaten from the inside by Melania's scarlet rot.
What?
But his great rune burns to resist the encroachment of the rot. And while he is long since mad, he was once the strongest of the demigods, and perhaps the greatest warrior of all.
What? He is a comet. Guys, he's a comet. I thought he was a general. He's an effing comet.
But in the end, you are the host to this warrior's death. And those beside you are simply summoned to share in your glory.
Ah, hello there. It was a battle marvelously fought.
Wow.
You are well and truly a champion, friend. I, on the other hand, am nothing but a crock. One hit was all it took to crack me, and for my insides to come spilling out. After that, I hid like a coward. And as such, I can hardly stand to face one such as you. The bodies found here are exceedingly fine. Who could expect any less from the very warriors who fought in the Shattering, the greatest of all wars? All right, lads. I'm going to take you on a little journey. You'll all be inside me. From now on, we're all in it together.
Thus our warriors passed from jar to jar, carrying dreams of greatness.
Ah, you again, is it? The recusants sent a lackey. Can you believe they invited me to join them? Now, after what they did? I can scarcely believe it myself. Did they think me a fool? You might be surprised to learn I took them up on the offer. Then I only had to ask. The location of the recusant hideout. It's on Mount Gelmir, found off the old road that leads west from the town of Windmills. That's where they hide. The manor on the peak. Just you wait, wretched recusants. You'll rue the day you insulted my name by laying hands on Lanya. The tale of House Hoslow is told in blood, after all.
Diallos had an older brother, a stern, self-possessed man named Juno, who inherited the Hoslow legacy instead of Diallos. True to the words of his house, Juno Hoslow walked many roads drenched in blood, yet never had the ego to consider himself a champion. But the casual manner of his achievements made him seem out of reach, and so the younger aspired to be like the older, yearning for the day that he would tell the tale of House Hoslow in blood, knowing full well that it would break his brother's heart.
Help me! I'm stuck! Hello!
Again?
My thanks in advance. I know you're the man for the job. You know what to do, Ah! Ouch! What if I could somehow be made slippery or some such? Ah! Dearie me. I'm
Made
oilier than
slippery?
a toad. My thanks. Yes, indeed. I too have a
Oh
home.
my god.
Though it is
Really?
one to which I have vowed not to return. So, I thought I might look out from atop the cliff. But as I drew closer and closer, pow, wouldn't you know it, I was perfectly stuck in that blasted hole. I can feel the warriors inside admonishing me for my mawkishness.
And so we learn that just over the cliff is Jarburg, a hidden little village where the Jars can live in peace.
Hello, cuz. What are you doing here? I didn't think anyone knew about this place. Except us Jars. Ah. Are you going to be the new potentate? Show me your hands. It's just a little test, cuz. To see if you've got the right stuff. Your skin isn't so smooth, is it? You need slick, slidey hands to be potentate, you know? I'm sorry, cuz. But I don't think you've got what it takes. What a shame.
A potentate is a leader of the Jars, who, in this case it seems, is judged worthy by the quality of their hands. Hands grow rough and calloused by war, but most living Jars are kindly, and would not value such a ruler. Better, instead, to have a potentate who can take care of them, though this Jarburg secretly has the insides of a warrior, so he desires a protector to look up to.
Do you know what a poacher is, cuz? They hunt us, smash us, and then take us away. This village is kept secret, so I think we're safe here. But you should be careful if you ever meet one of them, cuz. I hope Uncle Alexander beats them all up first.
Living Jar shards are in high demand. In fact, their shards are a crafting material used by the most depraved perfumers who grow desperate to craft their potions and explosives. As such, the perfumers must never be allowed to find their way to Jarburg.
Have you met Uncle Alexander? He used to live here with us, but then he left to be a champion. One day, I'll be just like Uncle Alexander. I miss him, though. I asked to go with him, but he said,
Oh, mountain of fire! Bake me in your flames! Ah, good sir. What business might you have in such a place as this? It's hardly more than lukewarm here. I won't be able to temper my body such that it'll never crack again. Perhaps I'll head eastward. There's an old saying I've caught wind of. Above the lofty clouds, the icy giant's peak doth soar. Here lieth the flame of ruin, which ever burning roars. Your
So Volcano.
timing, though, is impeccable as ever. I've been making just the thing for you on my journey here. Take it. I'm sure it'll suit you to a T.
He's got a pot on his head.
Eventually, you find your way to the Volcano Manor, home of the recusants.
I am Tanith, the proprietress of this house. An honor to have you. So, tarnished. Have you ever harbored doubts about the burden of grace and the dogmatic ramblings of the Fingers? If you have, why not join the Volcano Manor and fight with us, rise with us, against the Erdtree?
Tanith calls for champions to join her cause, and she speaks well to the ambitions of the Tarnished. Such validation was impossible for Diallos to resist.
Well, nice to see you again. So you've been invited as well, I see. Then we're comrades in arms henceforth. You watch my back, and I'll watch yours. Yes? I can tell. You're wondering about Lanya. Well, you see, after much internal debate, I've come to realize revenge is not the answer. According to Lady Tanith, I've got the stuff of champions. And champions, ironic as it is, are oft forced to walk a tainted path. It hit me like a bolt from the blue, that my former thoughts were simple naivety. Of course my heart weeps for Lanya. That unfortunate incident was a cruel twist of fate indeed. But succumbing to the pain and sadness caused won't make me a champion, will it? Lanya knows this, I'm certain. Fate has laid hard roads for us both, but such is true of any road trod by champions. I always resented these hands, their pale complexion, a far cry from any warriors. The shame of House Hoslow, but that won't be the case for long. They'll be darkened by grit once I've set out on the path of champions. The tale of House Hoslow is told in blood, after all.
Did you read the letter left for you? That is the task the Volcano Manor desires you enact. You will be compensated once the deed is done.
So
Good luck.
becoming the champion of the people who killed his
If you are
servant
loath to hunt your own king,
is allowing
so
him
be
to
it.
become a champion.
But you must leave this house
So
at
his
once.
servant would understand and be okay with it.
This is a war against the Erdtree.
Okay. Sure.
We have no place for the meek,
Sure.
nor the luxury of keeping clean hands.
And so, we come face to face with Juno Hoslow.
This is the brother. That's right. Okay. Wait. Doesn't he worship his brother?
Then we're comrades in arms henceforth. You watch my back, and I'll watch yours. Yes?
You're about to kill his brother. This is gonna cause a problem. What you're about to do is a problem.
When Juno Hoslow received an invitation to the Volcano Manor, he discreetly refused. As head of House Hoslow, his hands had been bloodied enough already.
What's the matter? Having trouble nabbing your prey? Do you remember your vow to Tanith? To rise against the Erdtree? Dare I say your heart was never in it to begin with? You and Diallos both.
Well, aren't you full of beans? No wonder you're covered in muck. Oh, my friend, it's been far too long. I have to say you caught me at a rather low point. But as you see, I've put all that behind me. Left the Volcano Manor, forging my own path now, making my own choices. Even a fool like me can look after some simple jars. Do you pity me? Well, don't. I feel like for the first time in my life, I'm on the straight and narrow.
When
hands.
Diallos Hoslow finally set aside the expectations of others, he started to listen to himself.
Oh, hello again, cuz. Have you heard? A new potentate's come to the village. I think he said his name was Diallos. He seems a little down in the dumps, but his hands, as smooth as silk. I don't know. I'm a little disappointed, actually. Even though good Sir Diallos has a wonderful suit of armor, he says he isn't a warrior. And since he's a coward, he won't be fighting anymore. His smooth and silky hands feel nice when he pats us. But I wish we had a potentate big and strong like you.
Which brings us to the perfumers, who have had reason to follow you here. The perfumers were once respected healers, who traveled the land in search of flower fields and aromatics so that they might better treat the less fortunate. But after they were drafted onto the battlefields of the Shattering, they were forced to trade their pleasant aromatics for consumable tools of war. So, in Jarburg, they don't see the rare flowers or the peaceful jars. They see a village of crafting materials, ruled by a coward.
Wait, you're a poacher, aren't you? I'll turn my back on duty no more. The tale of House Hoslow is told in blood. In blood!
Go, defend those jars! Yeah! Kick butt, buddy. Get him! Do it! Come on! Come on, Diablo, you can do it! No! No! Come on!
For years, Diallos had yearned to tell the tale of House Hoslow in blood. All it took was something worth fighting for.
Oh.
Meanwhile, you and Alexander make your way to the mountaintops of the Giants, continuing upon the path of champions.
Is that some kind of jar gun? When did you get a jar gun? That is a big ass giant. What is he? Is that his foot? Is he about to? Is his foot on fire? He's blowing up. The giant is blowing up. Okay. And you're shooting him in the crotch. That's unnecessary. Now we're Naruto. Okay. Kitsune Fireball. Go. Go, dude.
Ah, I see you finally made it here yourself. The city hanging in the air is slowly crumbling. What an incredible place we find ourselves. But that aside, you're certainly a force to be reckoned with, eh? Which means I've but one thing to ask of you. I've been longing to fight a warrior as accomplished as you. You are ready then, I take it? Then let us begin.
Isn't he supposed to be going to get
Jar Warrior?
Jar permanent
Alexander? Lend me strength, O warriors within. Let us become one champion together.
What in the hell? Why are we fighting our friend? No! No! Oh, and I'm sorry I got his name wrong earlier, guys. I saw that it, or heard that it was Diallos. But... No! No! Don't
As
do
I
it!
suspected, victory was impossible.
No.
My thanks. It was a marvelous battle. I implore you, take what I bequeath from inside me. All vessels are destined to one day break. But the great Alexander lived as a warrior to his last.
Oh, guys,
Unlike
why?
Diallos, Alexander was brave and threw himself into danger at every turn. But in the end, his armor was not enough for the warrior within.
Oh, Cuz, I'm glad you came. But we're fine now. Diallos fought the poacher, though quite a lot of us got broken. I won't cry, though. I'm a warrior, Jar. A warrior. The tale of House Hoslow is told in blood. That's the kind of warrior I want to be one day, cuz. Even if I'm scared, I'll still fight to protect everyone.
You... Are the jars... Are they all right? Did I defend them? Then all is well. This fool proved his worth. In the end.
I don't like any of this, guys.
And so it is that the coward is capable of the highest heroism.
Wow. Cuz, are these insights from Uncle Alexander? Thank you, cuz I'm a warrior, Jar. So I need to be strong. I can really have them. Right? I understand. I'll get strong. Strong enough. I deserve to have Uncle's insights.
Hi.
I don't think I'll see you again. When I set out, warriors are supposed to work alone. Goodbye, cuz. And thanks for everything. I'll never forget you. Cuz.
Oh my
The
god.
jars contain dregs inherited from those who came before. Thus our warriors passed from jar to jar, carrying dreams of greatness. This video wouldn't have been possible without the help of Miss Pap1, a new creator on the scene who has a lot of cinematic talent. Go and check out his channel for more cinematic footage like this. He also plans to make little epilogues for these Prepare to Cry episodes that we do together, which I'm very excited to see. But working together, you know, both of us could create something that was better than either of us working alone. And that's what I've learned from working with other people in the last few years. We are more than the sum of our parts, and I think that's a good metaphor for this video especially. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Okay, guys. Well, that was... I held it together right until the end, and then they got me. They got me so good. But like I said, Alexander, he was a favorite. You know, you get a favorite character. Every game he plays, I tend to get a favorite. There tends to be somebody who I just can't get over. And for me, that was Alexander. Anyway, so yeah. Wow. I loved it. I'm not gonna lie. This one, I like this one better than the first one. I did. And way better than Frenzy Flame. But, yeah. I think it's because, like I said, I love Alexander. And I love his nephew. He's so cute. Alright. Guys, comment below. Let me know. What did you think? Which ending is your favorite? Are you looking forward to me diving into the next one? Remember to subscribe if you haven't already, and like this video because every thumbs up really helps our channel grow. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!